Today we're going to demonstrate how we process books to ship to Amazon to sell online from beginning to end. Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Armando.
My name is Troy.
And we're the guys behind Bookseller Academy. I started out selling books on Amazon a couple years ago. Saw some videos online, I thought it was interesting. Started going to sales and bookstores, found products and listed them at home. Started getting some stuff selling and it was exciting. A little time after that, I met Troy, who I knew as a software developer, also an entrepreneur, and we started talking about e-commerce, selling products online, and partnering together.
So I met Armando, learned that he was selling books online. He showed me his sales and it was great. I'm a software developer. I've worked with a lot of startup companies. I used to work with manufacturing companies. I'm here to add software and technology to streamline that process.
One of the first things that we did was we started tracking a lot of things. We would time ourselves, and that whole process is a bottleneck that affects a lot of people's ability to continue growing their business. We implemented a strategy called Kaizen, which is something that companies like Toyota use, which essentially is how do we cut down the amount of time and energy it takes to do every single individual process. So we've tested different methods when it comes to cleaning and processing, labeling and shipping. So today we're going to demonstrate how we process books to ship to Amazon to sell online from beginning to end. These are the books we picked up from a recent sale. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull these books out. What we have to do is just make sure, take off any of the labels, price tags, the prices that are written inside the cover. The first step is really just to look for any kind of price tag on the outside. Okay, there's one here. There's one there. Okay, that's all done. So we've identified the books that have a tag on them. I'm just going to take the Scotty peeler and just take that price tag right off the front. Take the tag off and move on. Let's take the tag off this book here. We've made sure they don't have a price tag on them. Next thing I'm going to do is look inside the front cover here. We're going to have to do a little bit of work and get rid of that. Here we just use an eraser pen, which comes in handy. We made sure that there aren't any price tags or any price markings. So you can clean your books if you want to. I know some people don't, but we do. Just quickly take isopropyl alcohol and we put it onto a towel. Then we just wipe down any kind of dust or stain. Now that the books have been wiped down, the last thing to do is to grade the books. We can talk more about how you decide to grade books, but I'm just going to go through the process very quickly here. So here when I'm scanning through the books, I'm just looking for any kind of highlight or notes or something like that written inside. This one has highlights. Make sure that the customer knows that. This area right here is for the good books with highlights. A lot of handwriting inside, so I would just call that acceptable. Looking on the outside, you can get a good feel for the book already. Yeah, this looks like it's either good or very good. The pages are clean. Okay, I don't see damage to the cover. That's very good. This one already has a sticker on it. I'm not taking that off. So let's look in here. I don't see any writing. Oh, it's clean pages. Cover looks great. So I'm gonna call it good. This is our sorting table here. And the way things are set up here is we have the very good books here. We have our good books here. We have books that have highlighting here. That's the good with highlighting. This would be former library books. This would be books that have like a dedication or a name or an inscription written inside the front cover. This would be our acceptable books. We also have a section here for acceptable ex-library books. We've gone ahead and graded the books and then put them into piles here, and it just helps to compartmentalize all of these different processes, and we find by doing it that way we're able to save a lot of time.
So now that Armando has cleaned and graded the books and put them in its respective categories, we're going to use some custom software that we built. We used to use Amazon Seller, also some third-party tools, but we built this custom software so that way it helps us with our operation. You'll see how the software works and you'll see how fast it takes to really just list on Amazon. So you'll need a Bluetooth scanner to scan the books in. I'm just using the same one that I use for when I source. It's just the KDCI 200. And you could actually just pair this with your computer. So we'll pair this right now and we'll start scanning the books. You just take your Bluetooth scanner and open up your Bluetooth settings, connect it, see that it's connected. Go ahead and close that. So right now we are in the software tool that I've created. So I'm going to go to List FBA and List Products. And for this, we're starting off with very good books. There's a pile there. I'm gonna set a default price. I'll set this to 700. The reason why I've set it to 700 is we actually have a repricer that will reprice the books. It will target the $700 price and then it will reprice the books accordingly. Most of these books that we bought were $1, so I'm gonna hit $1 for that. Because they're all individuals, most of the quantity is gonna be 1. And we'll just set this to our very good condition right here. These conditions are customized. You could go to update condition notes and add these custom conditions so you can select them. So we'll have the barcode selected. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my very good pile. And I'm just gonna scan the book in. So what I'm doing here is I'm looking at the book and I'm also making sure that the image actually matches. That's how I know that this barcode actually is that product. So I'm just gonna leave that here. Scan the next one. Good picture matches, great. So I finished the very good pile. Now I'm gonna jump into the good pile right here. What I've done with the software is I didn't want to have to go back to my computer to change the condition. So what you'll see here is a barcode that will automatically change the condition based off of what pile you're working on. Without having going back and forth to the computer, I'm gonna simply scan this. That gives me an audio cue that says that the software has changed the condition note to a different condition. So now it's on the good condition, and I'm gonna start scanning here. Just making sure that the image matches. This one you have to type in ISBN. What I do with that is I leave that to the side and I'll do that last because I really don't want to slow down the process. This also needs an ISBN, so I'm going to go back here and type in the ISBNs for these two books. So 0963 023101. Okay, that's that one. I'm going to put that over here. This one is 089134196196X. Okay. So I'm back at the sorting table. Without having to touch the computer, I'm going to go ahead and scan this because this is a good section with highlights and underlining. So I'll just scan this. So I got the audio cue, the condition note changed. I'm scanning the book in. All right, same thing with acceptable. I'm gonna scan this acceptable. Changed. Start scanning in the books. This one has type in ISBN. Type in. There you go. Then I'm gonna just type these bad boys in. 055683. Matches 7, 8, 9, 8, 6, 2. All right. Going back into the software, you'll see here that everything is batched in with the custom SKUs, the right condition note for each one, and I'm just going to hit submit products. This is my last chance to verify that this is what I've added into the system, and I will submit the products. So what this will do is it will send everything that I scanned in into Amazon for me with the correct condition notes and the default price and the custom SKU for the cost of goods. And we'll explain the custom SKU later, but this is just to showcase on how easy it is to scan your books in and upload it to Amazon. So about 3 to 5 minutes, you'll start seeing that the books will start listing on Amazon, and then from there, we're gonna go ahead and do an FBA shipment. So after we've submitted the items to Amazon, we're gonna go ahead and print out the labels. Just go back into the software and hit list FBA, and we're going to print labels. So what I did here is I put all the labels in the last session that you just scanned in. So from here, you simply click print labels. Right now we are using a Dymo printer. This works with a Label Writer 400 or 450. You simply click print Dymo labels, and what that will do is it will generate a label file, and you just click on PDF, hit print. Okay. These labels now, they should be in the exact order that you scanned. We'll just start from here. See that it's this book. Take the label. I made sure the whole title shows. That's really important to make sure that the labels match the actual title of the book. And especially if you're scanning something that has multiple volumes. So if it's volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, if you have the title cut off, then you won't know if this label is going to volume 1 or volume 2. But because everything is scanned in order, you won't run into that problem. But it's a good thing to see the entire title. Now that we have everything labeled, we're going to go ahead and put all the books into a shipment. You can also do that in the software. Same page where we printed out the labels. All we need to do is hit create shipment. Put in your plan name, and these are the items here, 22 items. Let's call this shipment 415, and you just create a shipping plan. But what that will do is it will put the books into a shipment plan, and all you need to do is check Amazon and go to manage FBA shipments. Go to shipping plans. You can see shipment 415 has been added. There's 22 in quantity. Click on work shipping plan. And there's all your books. So let's go ahead and just hit continue and approve this shipment. Continue. I'm applying the labels. Okay, so everything got into Tennessee. Let's go ahead and move forward to box content. So I'm gonna go ahead and approve that. Okay, so now that we've already approved the shipment, so here's that Tennessee shipment. So copy the shipping ID, go back into the software, and we're gonna do box content. So box content. So box content really, I mean, for 22 books, you could probably fit everything into the box, one box, but in this case, we're gonna show you if you have, you can only imagine if you have 300 books, then you would have to create like a box content list that the Amazon requests, either an Excel file or TSV. In our case, we just went ahead and used a TSV format, and To do this, you just enter in the shipping plan ID and start the box content. So right now we are in box 1, and we're going to go ahead and go back to the table, and we'll use smaller boxes for this demo just so you can see how easy it is box to box and creating this TSV file. So I got my Bluetooth scanner again, and I have the software ready. It's set for box 1. And for this demo, I know we only have 22 books. Some of you might have 100. We process over 1,000. So for this example, we're just going to show you how easy it is to do box content with 3 different boxes. So I have the FN SKU here, and I'm just going to scan the barcode. So the ringing sound is letting me know that this book does belong into that shipment, and I'm just going to put that into the box. Same thing. I also have a really big picture that shows me here. This is kind of like my final check to make sure that this actually matches the cover. Because sometimes it might not match the cover, and you really want to take that out and do some investigation. So we'll do this book. Put that in. Okay, things going. Okay, let's just imagine now that this box is completely full, and now you need to go into the next box. So what we have here is, this is a PDF that you can print out through the software. And again, what this does, it allows me to change the box without having going back to the software. You can go to the software and you can hit next, and it'll go to
for box 2.
And it'll go to box 2.
Scanning for box 1.
But in our case, because we really want to streamline the process here, I don't want to have to go back and forth to the computer. So right now I have a barcode here that says next box, so I could hit next box.
Scanning for box 2.
And it gives me an audio cue that tells me that I'm now scanning for box 2. And it's the same process. So I just take the book, match it up, drop it in, drop it in, drop it in. Okay. So again, let's pretend that this box is completely full, and let's go ahead and go to the third box.
Scanning for box 3.
And let's go here. I'm on box 3. Just put the rest in this box. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to go back to the computer and hit download TSV. And what this will do is it will create a TSV file, so when you upload to Amazon, it will double check on what books go into what box, and so when they scan them in, because in Amazon sometimes they don't even open the box, they use the box content just to ship the whole box if it's into like a warehouse transfer. Here's a TSV file.
All right, so that's a quick summary of how we process our books. So after that, essentially you're ready to go. You just upload that TSV file to Amazon. It runs the error check, and then you accept the shipment, print out the labels, throw them on the boxes. The pricing you can do anytime after you ship those books out. I'll go back, I'll jump on the computer and run a repricing template that automatically prices all of our books for us. It sets the initial price for us. At that point, that's all something you could do in its own batch at one time. We found that doing it that way helps to save the time of having to price while you're processing books. Wow, so there was a lot in that video, but I hope you were able to pick up a tidbit or a trick here and there that might be able to help in your process. Once again, we had this software, we created it for ourselves, and it's working really well for us. And now we'd like to share it with the bookselling community. We have a free trial. You can check us out at tools.bookselleracademy.com. We also have our social media sites where you can follow us. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Just search for Bookseller Academy. We have more tutorials coming up soon that'll show you how to do in more detail some of the processes that we covered today and some things that we didn't. So thanks for checking us out. We'll see you guys again soon, and have a good day. Thanks.